Hi, hon. Can I have my key?
J.D., hi, hon. I thought you were coming into town the middle of the week.
Afternoon, ma'am. Well, what do you think?
I think we need to have a beer.
No. I mean about her.
About who? What are you talking about?
My girl.
You mean that was your girl?
Mm-hmm. Oh, ain't she wonderful?
Hey, that's Margie, the one you're going to bring out to supper?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even act like you knew her.
Yeah, I know. It sometimes happens to me when I get around her. I don't know, I just kind of get all tied up inside. Boy, ain't she something, though, huh?
Joe, better give us 3 beers.
All right, my man, let's get that baggage off of there. Can't keep the Duke waiting, you know.
Disgustingly provincial.
Oh, come off it. Come on now, let's get a move on with that baggage. Thank you. Ah, there you are, my man. You have reservations for the Duke of London and his entourage. Let's have a little service now.
Oh, madam, your hand. I kiss the hand of the most beautiful lady I've seen since I've been in this beastly country.
Here. Hold your horses now, Dukey. It's the men what pays our wages, and it's the ladies what takes them away. You understand? Come on, let's go in the pub. Miguel is fair crying out for a nip.
Hey, Joe, set up some drinks for the boys.
Did Adam come in with you?
No, left a couple of days ago, Roy. I had to make a little trip to San Francisco.
Make way for the Duke of London. All right, you blokes, now out of the way. Give the Duke some elbow room.
Drinks for the house.
You'll have to get in line, stranger. Drinks are bought for this round.
The Duke of London waits for no one. Come, fellow, a bottle. You. A drink on the Duke of London.
I'm sorry, mister, but little Joe already bought me a drink.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The Duke of London, champion of the British Empire on a world tour, challenges all comers. Any man who stands 4 rounds will be paid $500 American money. Do you dare, Yankees?
Yankees, nation of dolts and cowards.
Ah, knock it, Bobo. We'll take a pound or 2 from them, don't you worry. You know, you really showed that crowd something down there. You was real prime.
Look at this filthy place. Virginia City. Nothing but a foul pig pen.
Ah, come off it. We've seen worse. Although I must say I have never tasted such bad whiskey. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some good old London ale.
And you and your liquor. Well, can't you stop guzzling even for a moment?
Why should I? Every man to his own sin, I say.
Well, you could hardly call yourself a man. You're like the rest of these donkeys around here who have to wear guns to protect themselves. We'll have to be extremely lucky to get a fight in this town.
You just keep on playing the game, Bobo. We'll get our fight. You know, you've got a knack, you have. I have never known of any one man who could get so many other men hating him in such a short time. You're a marvel. That's what you are. And you know, when they hate you enough, that's when we get our fight. So you go on being your own natural self.
You drunken sot.
You can call me names, Bobo, but you can't escape me.
Oh, will you shut up?
I know you too well. Every time you get like this, it's because of some skirt. It wouldn't be the little barmaid you took a fancy to now, would it? You don't suppose she's out playing a little slap and tickle with one of these here American cowboys while the handsome Duke of London is pacing up and down the floor now, do you?
Now, you leave the women to me, because I handle them a lot better than you handle this filthy rubbish you are drinking.
Gee, you know, this is just great. I mean, it's just wonderful of you, Mr. Cartwright, to go to all this trouble, invite me out for supper and everything.
Well, we're very happy to have the opportunity of making your acquaintance, Miss Fuller. J.D. talks so much about you. Will you have some dessert?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, thanks. And just call me Marge. Everybody does. Honey, do you want some pie?
No, thanks, sir. I mean, ma'am.
Well, you boys had quite a time in town, didn't you? This prize fighter, what did you say his name was?
The Duke of London, Paul. I ain't never seen a Duke before, but they're all like that feller. I don't ever care nothing about seeing another.
I wish you'd have been along with us, Pa. This man makes more enemies just walking into a room than anybody I ever saw in my life.
Well, you boys did right to ignore him.
Well, you should have seen what he did to me, Mr. Cartwright. He stopped me right in the middle of the lobby and grabbed my hand and kissed it.
Well, if I'd have known that, I'd have taken a wallop at him.
Well, J.D., hand kissing in Europe is quite common. Probably just a gesture.
Not the way he did it, it wasn't. He looked at me like he owned me or something.
Yeah, I should have walloped him.
I'm afraid you wouldn't have stood much of a chance, J.D. The man is a professional prize fighter. You know, his fists are considered lethal weapons by law.
Well, I got a couple of lethal weapons of my own.
Now, you hold on there. Don't you get any big ideas. Just because you're big and strong doesn't mean that you're a match for a professional prize fighter. Just stay away from this Duke, or whatever it is that he calls himself. No amateur can stand up to a professional. Just keep out of his way. I'm afraid we're not being very polite to our guest.
Oh, that's all right. Don't mind me. I kind of enjoyed talking about him. I sure never met a man like him before, and I've met a lot of them. You sure got a nice place here. You know, I never lived in a house in all my life.
Me neither.
You will, J.D. Whenever you get married, we'll take over the house down by the Forks. J.D., why don't you take Marge outside, show her around the place?
Could we, J.D.? I'd love to see it.
Well, it's pretty dark out there. I don't know what you could see.
Well, there's a full moon. She ought to be able to see enough. You go ahead. The boys will clean up the dishes.
Clean up the dishes? Oh. Yeah, you go ahead, J.D.
Well, okay.
I was gonna bust out laughing right in front of the both of them.
Me too, Joe. Old J.D.'s collar was so tight I thought his eyes was gonna pop out.
Yeah.
Thing I can't figure out is how J.D. ever got up enough nerve to talk to her in the first place.
Well, a gal like that usually starts a conversation herself, Pa.
A girl like what?
Well, I mean, she's a dance hall girl.
I thought she was very nice. What did you think, Hoss?
I thought she was very nice.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I didn't say I didn't think she was very nice.
Paul, it's just that old J.D. and her just don't seem to go together for some reason or other. I don't know.
Well, that's right. That's all I meant by it, Pa. Well, you know how J.D. is. He's so shy and everything, and I don't know. I just don't think it'll ever work out.
It'll work out. If he loves her.